Hey there, lovely Ascension pioneers. It's really amazing that I'm starting to record this video exactly at 13:13, which is 1 p.m., and 13 being the goddess number, the goddess frequency, the divine mother frequency, and this is what this video is about. And when I looked at the clock, I was just really amazed. And usually my video stops for the first time, and then I have to record it one more time, but this time it didn't stop. It started recording exactly at 13:13, and I'm really excited. I just keep being guided through numerous amounts of synchronicity in my life. And although I said I won't be making many videos right now to have more rest, I guess I'm just not guided to do so. Like for instance, today I wanted to go for a walk, to go in this local hill, but then I woke up. I didn't want to go anywhere. I just wanted to stay here. I just wanted to do the work. I was just guided to record and talk about this. And yesterday I was talking about this with a friend of mine, and it was just amazing how everything fell through. And I said, "Oh my God, I just wanted to do the video about the love of the Divine Mother," and I had this in me for a week now. This urge to speak about this type of love and the insights that I've gained. And then today, the Sister of Light writes to me on my Facebook page, and she asked me a few things about, again, the mother principle, and she wanted to feel this love. And I replied to her and thinking, oh my God, everything points towards this direction. And then I go and turn on my YouTube channel, and the one of the first videos there was about the sacred feminine. And there was this beautiful video I shared on my Facebook profile, and I know not all of you can see it, but I favorited the video. And if you want to see, you can see what I put under my favorites. So it's a really beautiful video, and the explanation of the dynamics between the masculine and the feminine. It's from Sacred Sarah, and I also clicked on the article, and I would just like to read the intro because it's really beautiful, and then I'll be talking about what wishes to come through me, through my own spirit. It's called The Love of the Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine, and it says, before humanity devised the idea of war, which is Mars, there was love, Venus. Many people like to refer to men being from Mars and women from Venus. Actually, both women and men originate from Venus within that frame of reference. Often the wisdom of one aspect of source, known as the divine feminine principle, and another aspect referred to as the divine masculine principle, is segmented or separated in this dimension. Unfortunately, this is due to the human's viewpoint of a world of contrast and duality. Within one, there is no idea of separation because that which is divided in the mind of the human being is in unison within the one. Exactly. Therefore, the divine feminine and divine masculine are one principle within I am. Within ancient traditions, these two precepts are often known as the Sophia and the Logos. Again, words only lend credence to duality where there is actually only oneness. If you will allow yourself to shift your mind away from the idea of man and woman and merge it into the unfolding of source consciousness into a dimension of duality too, you will understand that the origin for both of the dual focal points is only within one emerging source. I won't continue to read the article on, but I will place the link below for all those of you who are interested. But I want to share that which comes through me. Yesterday, when I was talking to a beautiful sister of light from United States, we were discussing so many things, and the divine mother love aspect came through because we were both discussing our mothers and how deep their love was. Although she said her mother is already deceased and she died when she was kind of like a young girl. But she said her mother was so very loving. And just this week, when I was speaking to someone about this, I basically said that we all come here through the womb. We all come here, we enter this creation, we enter this physical dimension through the womb of the mother. So the mother aspect is that which creates. You can't have both, you can't have all without the both, the masculine and the feminine, which is perfectly described in this article, which is the basic truth. But the mother is the aspect that brings you into this creation. It introduces you through this world. Firstly, you go through the darkness of the womb, and even in the aspects of light and darkness, you have light, the masculine, and darkness, the feminine. So you have both aspects, both principles representing the two. So when you are actually birthed through the womb canal of the mother, it means that the mother that you get in this physical life is the first expression, the first extension of that source that will kind of represent the archetype of the divine mother. We all have a divine mother and divine father, and I've been talking about this in one of my older videos last year, I think, that we all have just one mother and one father, which I think is beautifully sang in this song of Enigma. And it's true. But how we come to this planet, how we come to this level of existence is basically we come through a mother. We are being seated by the Father, by the light of the Father, but then we enter this physical incarnation through the womb of the mother. So basically, the mother is our first representative of that divine mother. So of course, a lot of people feel that they didn't get that love from their mothers. Of course, everyone did their best and everyone was able to love exactly as they were able to love on that level of awareness and on their soul journey. So a lot of the people need to forgive. They need to heal from that if they have not yet received enough love from their mothers. Because I understand this, I feel this, because it is so important how the mother gives love. It is so important because the mother is basically holding the responsibility because she's the first extension in that level of creation of the divine mother, which permeates all life, all living existent consciousness. So how baby is introduced to this world is happening through the mother and how she will show this to the baby and when the baby grows up. And the mother basically plays a major role. And now with so many goddesses awakening to their inner goddess power and potential, so many women will have to follow in their hearts as well. Like it says in the video, which I hope you will see, that is under my favorites, it's literally explained that the women, the goddess potential, is there to show the men that there is no mind and there is no what they have without the love, without the heart, because first there was heart. And that is why I always speak about the heart. And this woman who asked me today about her mother and about the love of the mother, she said to me, please tell me, how does it feel to be loved with a mother, to be, to know how it is for the mother to be proud of you, to support you, because I've never experienced this in such a way. And I really felt her. I felt her pain. I felt her reasoning for that feeling. Because of course, all feeling we're allowed to feel, and it has an essence, although it can also be transcended when we fully understand the higher picture. And when I was replying to her, I said that the love of the Divine Mother is in all of us. And even though we might not feel it through our own mother, if we have not received it through our first extension of the source that should represent that Divine Mother, it is all one. The mother, the child, the father, it's all one. All these aspects are basically within the principle of oneness, they are one. But of course, the love of the Divine Mother is what's missing on this planet. And that's why, like I've mentioned a few times in my videos, a lot of the things on this planet are as they are because the principle and the love of the Divine Mother was forgotten, because the things that go on in this world don't go through the heart first. Like even a baby, when it's born, the heart, not born, I'm sorry, when the baby is conceived and starts getting form, the heart is formated first. So everything basically, it's in the basic principle of how creation is made. And everything goes through the heart when it's within the divine principle. But everything that man has done through eons and eons of time has not gone through the heart first. In the spiritual truth of oneness, everything needs to go through the heart. So all creation is born through the love of the Divine Mother. The principle of Sophia, as it is mentioned in this article, but it is us who give this names and tags and labels, but it must be felt. The true spiritual love of the Divine Mother and then union with the Divine Father, and when you get the creation of all, the totality, the wholeness, the completeness, must be felt. So when that person asked me, can you tell me how that is? I need to know. I want to know. My simple reply was, I cannot tell you that. Even though I would, it would not be the same experience, because we all experience source through our own extension, and we experience it through our own uniqueness of that source. God breathes us and we breathe God, all that is, all life force, and we breathe it in our own individual way. That's why there is such a variation of creation anyway. And even if I would say it, even if I would explain how it feels, because I received that love of the mother here in my life. But oftentimes these roles were also reversed. You see, because it's all one. Oftentimes I was the mother to my physical mother. In the spiritual sense, a lot of the times I was her mother. I was her teacher. So you see how all is one? So even if I would explain it, No one can actually feel feelings, and everything, this love is felt through the heart. It can only be felt, it cannot be known about. So we can basically not know without feeling, and we can never feel through the other, through the experience of another. And if we don't experience it on our own, we should know that there's a reason for that. Why is there a lack of this experience? What is that teaching us about us? Why we have chosen this on a soul level? Because basically, whatever we feel, like I say, it needs to come through the feeling. Oftentimes we wish to explain such things through the mind and want to know things, but the heart truly knows what the mind only thinks it knows. So my experience can only flow through me, through my own God source. Well, God breeds me, like it was beautifully said in the Children of the Sun light activation, this beautiful first rite of passage. God breeds you, and at the same time, you're breeding God. All is of the divine, every relationship, every aspect of life within creation, and all birthed through that love, through the heart. So my message that came through spirit to give to that person was, I said, you know what, I feel, even though I can explain things because they're my own feelings and experiences, spirit is telling me this. And this is a message for all of you out there, for all those of you who have maybe not experienced this sort of love. It is in you. Even though others on a soul level might have not been capable to provide for this love, forgive them. Maybe they were not willing, maybe they were not ready yet. Forgive them, have compassion, have the understanding. For sometimes we have to understand those that do not know, that do not yet feel. But we are the ones who can. We are the ones who can open up to the love of the Divine Mother. We are the ones, we carry that aspect within us. Because the source of all life, the Mother and the Father aspect, they have created us just the way they are. Every one of us, unique extensions of that source. We have both aspects within us. So it's in us. So for all those of you who might not have experienced this, you do it. You can do it. You can be this love. If you have children, you be that Divine Mother love for them. You show them. And through that you will feel. And through that you will know the love of the Divine Mother. Because basically it runs through all life. It permeates all life. So like I say, even though you might not have gotten it from your mother, and basically that is the challenge of most men here, because a lot of the men were born through the canal of the mothers who were not always giving them love. I recently experienced this. I was in a relationship with someone who didn't receive that, and not the only men I knew like that. And basically this influences their life in a great deal, and they did not experience this. So how can they know this love if they have not received it? Well, the answer of the Spirit is they have to reactivate it within themselves, because we all have it, because we all are it. So if you have children, or if you don't and you still seek that love, give it to your own inner child if you don't have children. But you are the direct extension of that divine love, of the Divine Mother. Give it to your child. Give it as best as you can. Give it all that you can. Give your best. Give all of the love of your chalice, of the Divine Goddess, of the Divine Feminine you, because we are givers, we are nurturers, and that is the Divine Mother principle. I will explain about this further, but just know that when you give it, you become it, and you remember that you already are it. That is how you know it. You do not know it while someone else shares their experiences at how it feels to be loved by another's mother. When you give it, when you become it, that is how you know. We all know through direct embodiment of that quality. So I feel what this earth needs right now is as many people as they can to open up their hearts, to become the love of the Divine Mother, to anchor it here on the planet, and to really feel this space, this reality with all the love that we can, directly from source, because the love of the Divine Mother is the love of source. Okay? For instance, I'll explain to you, in this past relationship of mine, I have met this new astrologer friend, and she told me when she's looking at her chart, she said, yeah, you were the one who had the aspect of this higher love for that person, that higher love. You felt it, and I did. And that is what this experience has brought to me, this even higher initiation, even deeper into my heart awareness, and to that beautiful love that I have, that so many people were in my life drawn to. They thought they sought woman in me. They thought they wanted a goddess, their female counterpart. But yet so many men are still wounded, and basically what they sought in me was a mother. And that is why to a lot of the males here, I was more their mother than their goddess, their divine counterpart and energetic equal. Because I saw the essence of that is one and the same. Either with men or with children, it's always the same. It is the lack of that source love of the Divine Mother. It is the lack of that unconditional space of love. When I talked to my friend in America a while ago, it's a he, and he's a beautiful soul. And he told me, he said, do you know how mother loves unconditionally? For instance, no matter what the child does, either way they go into bad company, if they do drugs, whatever they do, the mother still loves. She just is. And whether though someone doubts you or abandons you or whatever they do to you and you still love them, that is how you know that the love of the mother should be like. When you love unconditionally, and when someone comes back to you after they apparently have hurt you or done doesn't matter what, and you're still being able to be there for them, still hold the space, because the divine feminine always holds the space eternally. That is how you know you love, through the love of the source of the divine mother. That is how you know, and that is how you shall know, and you feel that. Not through the experience of another, not through us sharing stories how it is, because the mind cannot know, only the heart knows. And that is why so many masters have been teaching about this. Open your heart, because it is the exact gateway to your origin, to your source, that is love, because the Divine Mother births all life. That principle births life. Without love, there is no creation. There's just light, infinite light. But you see, we have all aspects of creation over encompassing everything, every atom, every cell, every atom, every DNA fraction. So basically what I wanted to speak about is this. And it's up to us to open up to this source. And she is, I say she, it's a principle, but she is entering this plane of existence once again. And is through so many awakening goddesses who are holding the space for the men to reactivate their inner goddess potential as well. And together merging this into unison, because there is no more time for duality here. It's all one. We need the divine masculine just as much as they need the divine feminine, and vice versa. We need to be both. But first, because everything comes through the heart, we have to remember and embody the aspect of the Divine Mother and love in that way. Can you love someone no matter what they do to you? Can you still be there for them? If someone might hurt you in the most, nastiest kind of possible ways that you can imagine for you through your observation within duality, can you still love them? Can you still be there for them? Can you still cherish and support them? And whatever they do, can you just say to them, like I said to the last partner I was with, can you still say to them, but I just love you. I just love you. It's mutual. It's the love of the existence of someone, and the love of acceptance and cherishing their I am presence here in this body and their soul journey, and whatever they do and whatever they decide, you still love them. That is the love of the Divine Mother. And that is the aspect that this earth plane needs the most right now, because I see so many men are being wounded because their mothers were not able to give that love because they have not received it. And it goes on way back into the lines of many ancestors. But we who have returned here, who know that love of the Divine Mother, we are the ones who can anchor and plant the seeds once again for that love to flourish. This is all I wanted to say about the Divine Mother love, because basically words fail me when I feel such things. They are a fierce spirit, and I hope you can feel it through my words, and I hope you'll be able to feel it through light activation. I didn't decide it on a personality level, but I was guided through spirit to record a light activation about this. I'm going to do it tomorrow. I'm going to probably post it on the day of the full moon on YouTube. It's going to be a strong, strong activation, I feel. I had a short one 2 days ago, or was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday, with a beautiful client, with a beautiful lady of light. We did a short activation, and we anchored our twin flame essence within us, and it was so beautiful, and we both felt fantastic after it. And we are receiving so much support from above as well, because just today I saw their amazing solar flares that have triggered an Earth-directed CME, and this is happening, I mean, reaching the Earth's atmosphere and the magnetic sphere exactly tomorrow and Sunday, which is exactly the days of the full moon. So there you go, guys. Everything is beautiful and interconnected, and all is divine, and all timing is divine, and everything is happening in perfect harmony, exactly as it should be. And if you don't feel it now, I think soon you will feel it and you will know it, because there's so much confirmation and synchronicity coming through us who have remembered, who embody love, and we just see it. We see the big picture. And I hope you're one of those who can see it too, because the earth needs you right now. We need you. The entire creation needs you. So stay updated for my live activation this weekend, and also for the interview I'm doing tomorrow and Saturday. And I'll also share the link to that on my Facebook page. Stay blessed, stay loved. Remember, the Divine Mother lives in you, always and eternally. Take care. I love you lots. Bye.